Hello everybody, this is Ishtar and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we're going to be continuing my original series, Yu-Gi-Oh Origins, and looking at Marik, Ishtar and Yami Marik, of course, along the way. Marik was born on December the 23rd, again year unknown, seems to be a running theme, in Egypt to a tomb guardian patriarch and his wife, again the name's unknown. His family had been in charge of guarding the tomb of the pharaoh for generations and protecting the two millennium items, the Millennium Rod and Millennium Necklace, which were eventually both passed on to Marik and his sister Ashizu. After many years of guarding the tomb, Marik decided he wanted to venture elsewhere in the world, but his father bluntly refused to allow him to do this. Marik was then later forced to take the initiation ritual to become a full tomb keeper. This is where Yami Marik was born. Yami Marik claimed the Millennium Rod and used it to smash his sister and father into the tomb walls. Family abuse, that's always not a good thing. This led to his father's death. Yeah. However, Marik believed Yami Yugi, or the Pharaoh, was responsible and had ordered Shadi, you know, the guy with the turban that appears in a couple of episodes that nobody knows anything about, to kill his father, which of course was also wrong. All this eventually led to Marik to create the notorious Rare Hunters. During his teenage years, Marik was the leader of the Rare Hunters. Well, of course he will be, because he created them. He wanted to use the power of the Millennium Rod to obtain the 3 Egyptian god cards and use their power to free his family from the duty of tomb keepers and also become pharaoh. Even though in the English version of the dub, however, he wanted the same, but just in order to take the pharaoh's power and destroy the world. Why not? Not too different then, that's always good. His main goal was, of course, to get revenge on the pharaoh for his father's death, even though he didn't cause it. His Rare Hunters managed to recover the Winged Dragon of Ra and Slifer the Sky Dragon from where Pegasus had hidden them. However, they couldn't find one, Obelisk the Tormentor, which had already been taken by Shizu and given to the one, the only, Satogaiba! Battle City would be the stage for this epic showdown. It started with Marik sending his Rare Hunters into the tournament to hunt down Yugi and of course the other god card. His Rare Hunters, however, were beaten one by one while tormenting Yugi in the process by taking over his minds. Marik then forced Yugi to fight against the Rare Hunter who possessed Slifer the Sky Dragon. Yugi of course won and took the god card off Marik, but not before Marik took over the guy and kind of had a rant. After this, Marik used Joey in a final attempt to defeat Yugi. That's a bitch move. Nobody uses Joey. I mean, look at that face. How could you use it? Never mind. But yet again he failed, and this meant Yugi and Marik himself would now meet in the Battle City quarterfinals and finals, of course. During the quarterfinals, Odeon, Marik's adopted brother, pretended to be married into full Yugi and his friends. Odeon battled Joey using a fake version of Winged Dragon of Ra, provided of course by Marik, which resulted in Ra getting pissed. This resulted in both Odeon and Joey getting struck by lightning, as you do. That's gonna hurt. After this, the duels continued. Why not? Even though someone just got struck by lightning, but you know, F them. Let's carry on dueling. They carried on to the finals where Yami Marik went ham on Yugi and turned the whole finals into a shadow game where the loser essentially faded into the abyss. The final battle finally put Yami Marik up against his arch rival, the Pharaoh. Whenever either player lost life points, their life force would also be lost from their non-Yami selves. During the battle, Marik realised, as you do, he'd make a big mistake and, yeah, as I say, as you do, asked him to defeat Yami Marik. Even if this meant he would go to the Shadow Realm, get obliterated. Speaking through terror, Marik asked for forgiveness from the Pharaoh, as you do. With the new confidence, for some reason, from doing this, Marik overpowered his Yami self, forfeited the game and sent Yami Marik to the Shadow Realm. Happy days! He then handed over the Rod and the Winged Dragon of Ra, of course, to Yugi because he lost. After all this happened, for some reason, Marik decided to return to Egypt to fulfill his role as a tomb keeper and start a fresh new life. In other words, he decided instead of having a paddy fit to get on with it. The final appearance of Marik is when he aids Yugi and his friends in finding the tomb of the Pharaoh, where Yugi and Atem have their big final showdown. Marik, Ashizu and Odeon then decide to stay in Egypt, which is where their journey ends. So if you enjoyed this episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Origins, don't forget to punch that like button, leave a comment down below, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, most from me on Twitter, link down below as always. That's for the say, thank you so much for watching. I've been Ishtar Killer Ace. I shall see you in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! video, which will be an opening. Yay!